Okay, so yesterday we were discussing about SAP tables, right? So what is a SAP table? It is right there on the
SAP
screen.
table is like means
Hmm. Hmm.
is the table that consists the data regarding master and transaction data. So
Yeah. Hmm.
master data is like permanent, which cannot be changed,
Hmm.
and transaction data is like that can be changed, like address and
Hmm.
PIN, address, account number,
Yeah.
IFSC code, and all those data. But
Yes.
master data will be your PIN number, Aadhaar number,
Hmm.
and your other things like name and
Hmm.
all.
Yeah. And also, uh, there is one more thing. Master data and transaction data, definitely you have to know what it is, no doubt. Plus, also remember one thing, I can give you one more example. See, you have all your bank accounts, savings bank account or salary account. So if you have to apply the same logic to your bank account, your account number will be the master data. Account number, IFSC code, okay, and what else? Yeah, mostly these two things. It will be the master data because you cannot change. Account number you cannot change, especially if it is a salary account. You cannot change because it belongs to the company, they would have opened it, so you cannot change the account number. Same way, IFSC code, wherever is the branch is where they have opened the account, IFSC code also remains constant. You cannot change even that. But what you can actually change, or what is the transaction data in that account, is that every day you are doing some transaction. You are spending money from that account, you are making UPI payments. So what will happen? The overall balance will keep on changing. Today will be one amount, tomorrow it will be another amount. It will keep on changing, right? So even if you apply the same logic for your bank account, it holds good. Master data is like the data you cannot change, and transaction data is that will keep on changing. Every time there is a transaction, every time they create some data, the transaction will happen and the transaction data will keep on changing, right? That's how it is. And also, uh, one more thing I wanted to tell. Master data we create in the SAP system. Again, if we come back to EHS, see, you already know that there are different types of incidents. We have a near miss incident, we have major accident, we have minor accident, okay, we have dangerous occurrence. Like that, there are different types of, again, environmental disaster. That is also one type of incident. So all these different types of incident can be compared with the master data. Okay, whether it is a near miss incident, dangerous occurrence, or maybe environmental disaster or fire accident, anything like that, you have to put it under the master data. We can compare it with the master data. So what will be the transaction data? Transaction data will be the incident log that you create on a day-to-day basis. So whenever there is any accident, you are going to go to that application and you will create the data related to that accident. And two accident will not be same. The main reason why we call it as a transaction data, because two accidents cannot be same at all. Just imagine if there is a fire accident today at a warehouse in the company, tomorrow again you cannot expect that same accident will happen in the same warehouse at the same time. Right? It cannot happen like that. Maybe some other accident may happen. A person may fall from height, okay, or a boiler may get burst, or some electrical short circuit may happen. Other kind of incidents may happen. But same kind of incident happening twice is a very rare phenomenon. Even if it happens, at least some parameters will be different. The people who got involved in that accident will be at least different, or the time at which the accident happened will be different. So because of that reason, we can compare that these accidents are nothing but they are the transaction data. But type of incidents that you cannot change, no? Near miss incident will always remain a near miss incident. A major accident should always be called as a major accident. There is no substitute for that. So wherever the master data comes into picture, it is a data that will not change. At least for a long time, it does not change. But transaction data, it keeps on changing, maybe twice in a day, thrice in a day, or once in a day. But on a day-to-day basis, it will keep on changing. So whenever you create either the transaction data or master data in the SAP system, that data gets stored in a SAP table. Okay, and definition also I have already given you. This is the definition. And apart from that, we have a table called as transparent table. In fact, there are three types of table. One is transparent table. We have cluster table and pool table. Okay, like these three types of tables are there in SAP. But out of this, we can access transparent table more easily, and it is applicable for our functional consultants. We can go to any table. There are different names to each table. We can go to the table and we can check the data. What data is available under the table? We can see that. Right? So transparent table is a table that can be accessed by using a transaction code SE16N. So remember this transaction code, very useful. If you want to go and search some data in a table, we have to use this transaction code SE16N. So transparent table mainly contains the user data and the master data. So any SAP user, when he creates some MSDS or when he creates some injury illness log, okay, or maybe when he creates any other data like risk assessment, all that data will be stored in a transparent table. And apart from that, any master data created will also be available in a transparent table. But cluster table and pool table, these two tables are technical tables. So some of these tables contain system administration data, or this table contains the programs or some technical data related to the SAP system. So both of these tables contain technical data. And we cannot access this data. Just like SE16N, we don't have a transaction code. If any technical consultant want to see this data, they can do that. But for us, it is not available. Okay. So these are the three tables and we'll be only using SE16N. Now if I go to the server, just give me a second. Okay, now SE16N is the transaction code I told you. You have to go to SE16N and that will take you to the general table display. Hassan, every day it is at 7:30, okay? And use the same link. Monday to Friday.
Okay, sir. Actually, I'm waiting for new link. That's why I'm asking, sir.
No, not. I will not change every day. It is the same link which I have shared.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so after you go to SE16N, this is the place or this is the application where you will come. It is called as a general table display. Just like your transaction codes, there are different types of tables. There are hundreds of tables or even thousands of tables in SAP. And each table will contain a particular type of data. Okay, for example, see in materials management, there are three tables which are very helpful to us. In materials management, we have three tables. One is called MARA table. Second, we have MARC. And third, MARD. This is going to be important because tables is something you have to know as a functional consultant. Tomorrow, if they ask you about tables, you cannot say I don't know. Though it is very basic, though it is also like an introduction, but still you have to know about the tables. In EHS also there are so many tables, right? We'll come to that later because we have not yet started SAP EHS. So just hold on with that. But generally speaking, when we consider materials management, these are the most commonly used tables: MARA, MARC and MARD. So how do you check the data? How will I see what data is present in MARA table? So again, going back to the server, I have to enter the table name in the first field. You see here they have given table. Here we have to enter the table name which we want to search. Like let's see what is there in MARA table. Enter the table name, press enter, and then beside that you will get exactly what data it contains. So MARA table contains general material data. And you know, material management is having a big time integration with EHS. Most of the data from materials management we are going to use, and our data in the MM module they are going to use. Like when we create a MSDS, the materials management people they are going to access the data. Or whenever we want to create a MSDS, we can access the material data. So therefore, we have to know little bit about the materials management module also. So that is why I am telling you, the table MARA contains general material data. So general material data means it contains information about the different types of materials we are using in the SAP system. Let me write here first, general material data. So let's go and check out. If I want to see what data is there in the MARA table, all I have to do is just click on the execute button. On the left hand side, beside the background, there is an option called online or execute. If I click on that, the program will run and it will show me the data which is present in MARA table. So what data does it have? It has general material data. For example, we can see all this is data related to materials. First column will give you the material name or number. Okay. Second column gives you the date on which that material was created. For example, this material 5555 was created on 13/11/2025. And next it will also give you the SAP user who created that material. So this is the SAP user who created this material 5555. And again, if you similarly come to the right hand side, you will also get the material type. Material type means SAP has different material types. I mean, you have to know this also at least little bit. Material types. Okay, let me write below. Material types in SAP MM. Some examples. There are many, but I will just give you some examples. There is a material type called ROH. ROH means row. It is a German word. What is the meaning of ROH? What is the material type?
Raw material.
Yeah, raw material. ROH means it's a raw material type. Next we have HALB, semi-finished product. Next we have FERT, FERT. FERT means
Finished
finished
product.
product. Yeah. And similarly we have HAWA. What is HAWA?
Trading goods.
Trading goods. Okay. And similarly we have one more material type called pipeline. Is it pipe or pipeline?
Pipeline.
Pipeline. Okay. So this is a pipeline related material. Pipeline material type. And it goes on and on. We have VERT and we have ABF. Okay, we have something called as MTs. Okay, we have various other material types. So each of these material type, whenever you create a material in MM module, we have to assign the material type for that. So when you are creating a raw material, let's say for example, when in the MM module, when you create a raw material, we have to assign the material type as ROH. when you are manufacturing some product, for that product, when you want to create the data in the module, you have to assign the
So
material
it's
type
pipe.
as FERT. Yeah, FERT. Like
It's
that.
pipe, not
Pipe.
pipeline.
Pipe. Okay.
Mhm.
So like that, there are different material types in the module. You have to know at least basic things. I'm not telling you that you should study in detail, but at least some basic things you have to know as a consultant. Because lot of times you will interact with the other consultants. When you start working as a EHS consultant, you have to work with the PM consultant, with the consultant, with the HCM consultant, with the warehouse management consultant. Lot of other people will be always in communication with you. So therefore, you have to know something basic things about their module as well, at least module, right? So these are the different material types. So in the Mara table, if you go to the right hand side, there is a column that will give you the material type. So this material MM01, somebody has created, it is actually a finished product. Similarly, somebody has created material 01, this is a raw material. So like that, in this table, Mara table, we can see the material number, when it was created, who created that material, to which material type it belongs, and along with that you will also get the unit of measurement. Some materials you can measure in terms of centimeter, meter, millimeter, all that is applicable. Some materials you can measure in kilogram, okay, or in liters or in tons. But there are many other materials which there is no kilogram or liter applicable for them. Like for example, your mobile phone. If I ask you what is the base unit of your measurement of your mobile phone, what will you tell me? What is the base unit
Piece.
of measurement of your mobile phone?
Piece.
We cannot say kilogram, okay? That is not the base unit of measure. Because it is a finished product, mobile phone is a finished product, we have to count it, number of pieces. So if you have one mobile phone, you will tell one. If there are two or more than two, you will tell the exact number of them. So that is represented here. You see here, they have given the unit of measurement as EA. EA means each. Each is also nothing but count of material. 1, 2, 3 like that. Or it can be piece. PC means number of pieces. This is also one type of unit of measurement. Apart from that, there is one more unit called ST. ST also means unit of measurement. How many units are there? We just have to count. So different types of material, different unit of measurement. Especially for raw material and all, it will be kilogram or liter. For a finished product, normally it will be each, pieces or ST like that. Anyways, this is also one of the general material data, right? So this is one way. It will display all the materials which are there. Each material, you can just go to each material and you can see what is the information regarding that. But there is another way. If you find there are so many materials, but I want to see the material of a particular material type, or I want to see the information related to one material, you can also use the filter. The filter in SAP, we call it as a selection criteria. So where can you apply the filter? If you again go back, click on back button. If you go back, you see this below, there is something called as selection criteria here. Selection criteria. So this selection criteria is nothing but like applying filter. For example, let's say I want to display all the materials that were created on a particular date. You can take today's date or you can take yesterday's date. Let's say there is one option given here called created on. Okay. So if I go to this option and if I select a particular date like yesterday, and then if I execute, if at all any material was created yesterday, that will be displayed. So for example, let's see, I don't know if it is there. No, there is no material created yesterday. Let's try 03. Mhm. No, I'll do one thing, because on these particular dates I'm not getting any data. What I can rather do is I will select a range of date. I will select from date and to date. Okay, so let me go to 3/6/2023 and I want to search all the materials created up to today. So here I will put 04, 06 and 2026. So now what happens? See, it will take the whole range of date from 3/6/2023 up to today. How many materials are created? It will show the data. So if you want, you can search like this. Now if I click on execute, it will show all the materials that were created from the 3rd of June 2023. Or if you want to again bring it down only to a limited number of months, you can even change it like that. Maybe if not up to 2026, you can put here up to 2024. So 1 year data you want to see. Again click on execute, there is no data. Okay, let me put 2025. I think the data was mostly created after 2025. Maybe that is why it's not showing any data. Okay, no problem. We'll put it as 2026. Now I want to see last 1 year data from 3rd of June 2025 up to today. Again, let's execute and see. We may get lot of data here. All these materials again, they were created from 13th of November 2025. Okay, so date wise also you can search. That is one option you have. Or else you can put your user ID or any user ID, and if you want to search the material created by a particular SAP user, that is also possible. So created by means here you have to put the SAP user name. Like I will put my name. I don't know if I created or not. Let's see. Created by my user ID. Now if you execute, it will show all the materials that were created by me. So this is sample 001 material and sample 009. Both of them were created by me. One in the month of Feb, another in the month of May. And not only that, again it will show the other details like material type, what is the unit of measurement, to which material group it belongs. It will show all this data just like before. But here the difference is we don't have to go through the entire list of materials. You can filter it down. Or there is another option. If you want to see information about only one material, that is also possible. Again, go back, click on back button. Now don't search according to created by. Go to the option called material, and here you can enter some material name. Let's say there is a material called P182. Right? So enter that material name P182. Now again if you click on execute, it will show the information only related to that one material. So what is this P182? This was created in 2003 by this particular person called H. Walter, SAP user. And last time somebody changed the data. So they opened that material and they changed the data. It was done in 2011. And this is the user who changed the data. Apart from that, this belongs to the material type finished product. It belongs to the material group 004 and this is the unit of measurement, liters. So it will show the information related to just one material. Okay, you are following me? Like that, there are many other options. If you go to selection criteria, there are many such options. See, I'll show you one more. There is one option called material type. Yeah, see here. If I want to display only the finished products, let's say, all the material data that I want to display should only belong to finished product. So select the material type as FERT, and if you execute, the system will show the data only related to finished products. All these are finished products. Right? So it is a very useful tool. You can use selection criteria and you can filter the data as per your requirement. Okay, clear guys? Any doubt here? Again, this is basic. and you should be able to understand. Still, if you have anything to ask or any question, please let me know here, because these things are very important. No doubt, no question. Your voice is breaking.
Hello.
Yeah. Not getting what you are saying. It's breaking still. Or maybe you can type a message and you can send it in the chat box. Yeah. Okay. You can do that because maybe there is a network issue and I cannot hear you. So this is one table called Mara table, which contains general material data. The other table which I have written here, MARC. MARC table is also very important because there is a lot of data we can use, especially the plant related data. So let me show you what is MARC table. MARC table contains plant data for material. What is the meaning of this? See, your material will be assigned to a particular plant. Okay, suppose if you have multiple plants, let's say there are 4 plants. In all those 4 plants, maybe the number of materials will not be same. In some plant there will be 100 materials, in another plant only 80 materials, in another plant 70 materials. So there will be not equal number of materials in every plant. So what you have to do is, whenever you create a material in MA module, you have to connect that material with a particular plant. So that we come to know, okay, this material belongs to which plant, we can find out. Let it be a finished product or a raw material or anything, doesn't matter. But every material that you create should be connected with a plant number. Okay. So that information, if you want to see, we have to go to MARC table and it will give you the plant data. So again, I will directly execute. Let's see what we get. Again, same result. Here the first column will give you the material number. The second column will give you the plant number. So this particular material TB716 is present in plant 1200. Similarly, material B717 again present in plant 1200. All these materials that you are seeing, most of them are available in plant 1200. But if you go down further, there will be other materials as well, and they will belong to different plants. See here. For example, B8015, this is one material, it is present in plant 2300, right? So sometimes different materials will be available in different plant number. But for a particular material, if you want to know this material is present in which plant, we have to use this MARC table. Okay, let's go back and I'll try to search the same material which I used, P182, and let's see in which plant we have that material, P182. Enter the material name and then click on execute. So that will show you information about the P182 material, in which plant do we have. So the same material, you see, P182 is present in 4 different plants. This material is available in plant 1000, in 1100, in 1300, and also in plant 3000. So it is possible some material can exist in multiple plants, right? So this table MARC will give you the information about the plant number. So every material should be connected with a plant. Only then it is easier for us to search and to use that material, right? Or there are again different options here. You can display all the materials in a particular plant. Let's say there is a plant called 1000, right? There is a plant number 1000. In this plant, if you want to see how many materials are there, what are those materials, let's say you want to display all the material. So enter the plant number in your selection criteria, and now if you execute, the system will display all the materials which are present in plant number 1000. So again, there is no confusion. You can just enter the plant number and you will come to know what are the materials that are present. So that is how you have to use the selection criteria. It is a very useful tool. It will allow you to filter the data and you can search the data according to your requirement. Okay guys, getting my point? So MARC table contains plant data for material. It will give you the plant number for every material. Next we have one more table called MARD. What is MARD table? MARD table will give you two types of data. It will tell you in which plant the material is present and inside the plant exactly in which storage location we are keeping that material. Because see, plant is a very big place. There will be so many different locations, there will be different areas or sections in a plant. And if you want to see exactly in which location they are storing this material, you can check that in the MARD table. Okay, so if you execute directly, it will give you three. These are called as key fields. Material is a key field, plant is a key field, and storage location. They are key fields because it will give you the key data. First is material number. This material 23 is present in plant 3000. In this plant 3000, it is available in storage location 1. Similarly, material 58 is present in plant SG01. Inside SG01 plant, it is available in SL01 storage location. So it will give you the material number, in which plant it is present, and what is the storage location. Right? So these are the three key fields. In the MARD table, it will not only tell you which is the plant number, but also it will tell you which is the storage location. So this is also a very important table. Again, let's go back and search for material P182. We know already in which plant they exist. Let's also see in which storage location this material is available. Again, click on execute. Okay, see now here P182 material, like we saw earlier, it is present in plant 1000. Inside the plant 1000, it is available in storage location 5. Same material P182 in plant 1100, it is available in 2 storage locations. Same material in same plant is available in 2 locations, storage location 1 and storage location 5. Here material and plant number is same, but only storage location is changing. And then P182 material is present in plant 3000 in the storage location 0001. So this particular table will give you the storage location for every material that you have created. Do you think every material will have a storage location? If they have created, it will have, but sometimes it will not have. I will show you that example also. Sometimes what happens, the material will be created, it will have a plant number, but there will be no storage location. For example, there is one waste material called IDs WA0001. Okay, this is a waste material, hazardous waste. Now I will enter that material number, and when I execute, see what will happen? It will show that there are no values. Means this particular material, which is a waste material, they have not created a storage location. We don't have it. But again, if you go back to the table MARC, if you go back to the table MARC, it will show you the plant number. Okay, again same material I will enter. Which was that? IDs WA0001. This is a waste material. If I execute, it will show in which plant that waste is present. Right? So three data is important for a material. One is in which plant that material is existing and what is the storage location. Next, you have to know what is the type of material and also the unit of measurement. At least these things are very important. Even if you don't know other more advanced details, it is okay, but at least you should know these basic things. That is why we have these three tables using which we can find the information about the material. Okay, clear so far? So this particular table MARC, let me add that. It contains plant data for the material.
Storage location data for material.
Storage location data for material. In EHS also, see, the tables are there for every module, not only MM or not only EHS. Because whenever you are using a functional module, obviously you will create the data and that data will be stored on a table. So therefore it's not only about EHS, tables are common for all the SAP modules. Okay, clear now about SAP tables. Please let me know if you have any doubts, any questions. Don't keep it to yourself. Otherwise you will not learn anything.
Hello, sir. Can you please show one material so that in that material and whatever which views is important as per our EHS?
Views, okay, we'll see that. Just give me a
Means,
second.
there are some prerequisite, na, means, in EHS master data.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I will tell you. For that we have to use another transaction code, material management transaction code. So I will tell you that. But here any doubt, guys? When it comes to tables, any doubt? Okay, I assume that you have understood. Now let's go and see how you can use. There are some transaction codes related to material management, even that you have to know. Again, it's not necessary, but at least basic things you should know. There are 3 transaction codes very common in material management. One is MM01, which is used to create a material. Okay, MM01 to create a material. Similarly, we have MM02 using which we can change or edit material data. Change or edit material. Third, we have MM03 where you can display material or display material data. Okay, it is not related to EHS, but still you should know. It is very basic and you have to have some knowledge about these transaction codes. So MM01 is used to create any material. Let's say you are going to manufacture a product. Some new kind of paint you are going to manufacture. So before the manufacturing starts, you have to create that material in the MM module. Or let's say you want to purchase some raw material, a new raw material which you have never used. So what you do, you have to create that material information in the MM module. Or it can be anything else, any kind of material, either you are manufacturing or you are purchasing, whatever it is in the company, that data you have to create in the MM module. So therefore we have this transaction code MM01 to create a material. Next, after creating the material, tomorrow if there is a requirement that you have to change some data, let's say you want to change the material group to which it belongs, or you want to change the unit of measurement or something like that. You want to change some data in that material. In such a case, we have to use MM02 transaction code. Okay, to change or edit the material data. And last one, MM03 is a transaction code to display the material data. We can display, like take one example, P182 I told you, it is a material. If I want to know information, more information about that material, I can go to MM03 transaction code and I can display the material information. Okay, let's use this transaction code MM03 and I will show you some examples how you can actually go to different types of data related to that material. So transaction code is MM03. Once you press enter, it will take you to the initial screen of display material. Now here let me enter some material name like maybe P182. Again, I will take the same example, P182. Press enter and see it is asking here, select view. What is this option? Select view. It is asking you what data do you want to see. Okay, we have this material P182, but what data do you want to see? Because see, there are so many data. For any material, we can maintain the basic data, we can maintain sales data, we can maintain export data, we can maintain purchasing data, we can maintain MRP data, that is production related. Again, forecast is data related to production. Then we have work scheduling data. Like that, there are a lot of data for that material. In one time, maybe you don't want to see all the data. You want to see only the selected items. You can also maintain costing. Suppose you are selling this product P182, at what price you are selling, what is the discounted price. Okay, you can also include taxes and calculate the total amount. So again, we don't use it in EHS, but I'm just telling you. For a material, all this data can be created. You can create in which plant that material is present, in which storage location. You can also maintain the accounting related data for that material. Label data, if you are creating any label for that material, label data also you can maintain. All these are called as views. So whichever data you are planning to see, just select that. For example, I want to see the basic data. Basic data 1, basic data 2. Now coming to EHS, in EHS which data is more useful? Basic data 1 and basic data 2, these two, and then you have label data at the last, right? If you go down, there is one data called label data. This is also applicable for EHS because labels comes in EHS module. So this data is also related to EHS. There is one more view, it's not coming here. There is another view called as classification, where we classify the material as a hazardous substance or not. We are going to do the classification. So there is a tab called as classification. We also use that in the EHS. But here, when they created P182, I am sure they have not maintained data, so it's not showing here. We have a classification also as one of the views that you can use it for EHS. Okay. Other data are all commercial data, sales data, import data, purchasing data. This is all commercial. We have no interest in commercial data, but we want to see only the basic data about this material. So select both of these view and you can click on continue. Go down and click on continue. So now what happens? For this material P182, it is going to display the basic data. By the way, if you observe here, see they are showing it is a finished product. P182 is a finished product. And then it has some general data related to that material, like what is the base unit of measurement, what is the old material number for that, to which material group it belongs. By the way, I will just show you what are the different material groups. Okay, see all these are different material groups. Metal processing, steels, electronics belongs to group 103, and then you have engines 108, pumps 120. All these are different material groups. 002 belongs to electronics. Under that 002, all the material types you can see, sorry, material groups. So the broader category is electronics. Under that you have PC systems, laptop, casing, motherboard. All that comes under the electronics. So 004 is what? 003 means bulbs. Different types of bulbs. Again, they belong to the material group 003. Under that we have all this. Bulbs, radiator, fluorescent tubes, halogen lights, all that. And 004 means chemicals. So this P182 which I am showing you, this belongs to the group 004. Right? So that is the material group. And then there are other related data like division, to which division it belongs, what is the product allocation, and because it is a product, we have to maintain what is the gross weight of that product, what is the net weight of the product. All this data is applicable for a product, finished product. So we have to maintain the data in the MM mode. right? So this is the basic details or basic data. Now coming to EHS, where do we find some EHS related data? If you go to basic data 2, there is one section called as environment. Okay, you see this section here, environment. In this environment section, you have an option to declare that material either as a dangerous good, or you can declare that material as a hazardous substance. Because yesterday we have seen what is the difference between a hazardous substance and a dangerous good. So here, when you are creating a material, you can declare that material as a dangerous good by selecting one of the option here. We call it as DG indicator profile. If it is a dangerous good, we have to select one of the option, and we are declaring that material is a dangerous good. But if it is a hazardous substance and not a dangerous good, then you don't have to maintain anything here, keep it blank. But on the right hand side, we have an option called environmentally relevant. You see this option? If I select this option, it means the material P182 is a hazardous substance. So the system is going to treat this material P182 as a hazardous substance, right? So these two options are more commonly used to declare any material as a dangerous good or a hazardous substance. If it is any other kind of material, non-hazardous, then you don't have to maintain anything. You can keep it blank. Right, so this is how you display the material. Again, if they have maintained data for sales related data or something, you can see those details. If you know the name of the sales organization and plant related data, if you know, you can search. Let's see. Okay, see, now this is the sales related data. Sales related data, exactly what is the net weight, gross weight, right? And shipping data, how many days it is going to take for you to ship that product to your customer, and how are you going to transport. They have put it here on pallets, so they are going to transport it using the pallets. And in order to load this material, you are going to use a forklift. Using this forklift, we are going to load the material into the vehicle. So some general data related to sales they have given here, but apart from that, sales other data is also present. But again, it is not related to us, but you can maintain all this kind of data for a material. Purchasing related data. If you are purchasing this material, of course you have to maintain the detail, but we are not purchasing, no, we are actually manufacturing. So that is why we don't have any data related to purchasing. If it is getting over your head or if you are getting confused, please stop me, okay? It's not mandatory for you to know everything in this, but if you feel it is difficult to understand or not able to understand, please let me know. So this MM03 transaction, how we came, using this transaction code MM03, we can display any material related data. Okay guys, understood? So this is also something you have to know, 3 transaction codes of material management. Okay, and what else? By the way, there is one more thing I want to tell you, like how do you search a table? Like for example, I told you there are thousands of tables in SAP. I know 2 or 3 table names and I told you directly this table contains that data. But what if you want to search a table? How will you search a table? Let's say I want to see some data related to incident or accident. Okay. So there are tables even where there are data related to incidents or accidents they would have created. How can I search that table?
Suppose if there are some EHS related tables, then that will going to start with EHS. So after EHS, we can put star, so that whatever related to the EHS,
Hmm.
then you can get there.
Where I have to put?
Sorry,
Where I have to put that EHS star?
in table where we put the table name.
Here.
Yeah,
Okay, let's try. EHS, then
star,
star, and I will execute.
and it not execute, just
Hmm.
F4.
F4.
F4 means yeah. So
Okay, 1 second. Yes. Enter the name. By the way, see, I'll tell you this in more detail because people will not understand. Yeah, this is one shortcut. If you want to see all the tables related to EHS, you can enter here EHS followed by a star, and if you press F4, what system will do? It will show all the tables which belong to EHS. Right? All these tables belong to EHS. There are many tables. Okay, now out of this, I want to search only tables related to incident or accident types. How to do that?
so in below there is new selection, or we can search also, search option also there.
Yeah, exactly. So that is what I was about to tell. Either you can use F4, or what you can do, you can go to the drop down button. You see here, there is one small drop down button. Click on that. Okay, then go to new selection. And in new selection, whatever table you want to search. Let's say you want to search a table related to incident or accident. Right? So what we can do, first add a star, because I don't know exactly where that word incident will come. You can add a star and then enter the keyword incident, right? And again enter a star. So by doing this, what happens? Wherever there is a description called incident, that table will be filtered. See, all these are different tables, no? This is the table name, this is the description. This is the table name, this is the description. So I can go to new selection and then go to the description option. Under description, you can put star incident followed by star. Now if I click continue, what will happen? The system will search where it will find this incident word. Click on execute. No, it is saying no object corresponding to that. What about accident?
Injury, illness, something.
But there, what words they have used, that we don't know. No, that is the problem.
You can use specification like this.
Okay. Let me try this. No, it's not showing for some reason. No problem. What we can do is, again, we can try that same. You can go to the table name, put a star, and then you can put EHS, and then you can search. So all the tables related to EHS will be displayed. Not only EHS, okay.
EHS
Here
after
down I
that
have to
also
put.
star.
In description I have to put. In the description I have to put star EHS,
Star.
then again star. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Again put a star.
Then
Continue. Then it will show all the tables in that. All EHS related tables, but you have to again check which is the table you are looking for. From those tables you have to check. But this is little difficult for you people to understand. But anyways, once you practice, once you go to the tables and try out, it will become easier. There are many tables related to EHS.
we can do one thing. Whatever we are searching here, we can search in directly on front screen,
Yeah.
where we can get multiple EHS table,
Hmm.
and from that we can put particular table like incident related or
Yeah, I can double click on
injury
that.
illness
Once
related.
I double click, that table will be added. Jayesh had sent a message. Sorry, I didn't see. He wanted to know about more option. I think in
Uh,
tables.
Sir, you can do one thing. In the top repository info system,
Hmm.
left side, you can terminate the transaction. This
Sometimes it
stop
will.
transaction.
Okay.
Uh,
Sometimes it will still not stop. It will get hanged.
okay.
Yeah. See, it's not getting terminated.
Slash and X. Is there any another window open?
Hmm. I can open window, I think. Let me check. No, it's
No.
even that is not working. Okay.
You can close all of this like this.
Yeah, no, time is also over. So I am not.
Yeah.
Again, by the time I log in, it will get disconnected. Okay, even close will not happen, Once it is stuck, you cannot even close it. All you have to do is, see guys, even for you, those who are new to SAP, if you are not able to close or if it is hanged, you cannot do anything, no option is working. The only option is press Ctrl Alt Delete